I wasn't paying 100% attention to Raw this week. It's been a busy week for me, but I'm 90% sure they just cut the tease of the open forum because we definitely got Nia and Ronda.
Yeah, so they just didn't tell you what it was going to be. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And by the way, I get it was funny because Nia was sticking to like, just evil heel, not being like mean girl thing, but shouldn't do the scream. That was too much.
Oh yeah, like my title, I can't do it right now. I don't think I could have, even if I tried. Mm-hmm. You know who could? Ministry.
Nia Jax. Oh, Ministry could do it for sure. Yeah.
Al Jurgensen's good at screaming. The SmackDown, I think the one we're most excited for and also nervous about is the SmackDown Women's Championship Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch going against Charlotte Flair versus Asuka in a triple threat TLC match, which I think can be amazing. I think it could be an absolutely amazing match. I'm going to go with Asuka as a sort of wild card winner here. I would love for Becky to retain. I'm just going to go with Asuka. Though, if I were doing opposite momentum, Asuka sort of stood tall at the end of this week's SmackDown, sort of symbolizing that, it's usually the case that person's going to lose, but yeah, so we'll see. Sorry, guys, weird edit there. Eric, you were saying about what you appreciated about the cameraman.
Technology, it fights us. I just very much enjoyed the whipping back and forth as Asuka was attacking Charlotte and Becky, and she was whipping back and forth, and the cameraman was following her action. I thought that was a lot of fun.
Is it very much like that song "Whipping Your Hair" back and forth?
It was exactly inspired by that.
Do you were you also, like me, very happy to see Asuka in a hotly contested competitive match after so long?
Oh yeah, it was great. It was a big match. They got lots of times. It was the main event. Again, I think SmackDown's been a better show in general. But also, you see how much the women, and obviously Becky kind of exploding as she has helped this. But the fact that they've been opening and closing SmackDown a ton has been really cool. But Asuka specifically, because it's been such a kind of bummer year for her post WrestleMania. It was great to see her get such a big spotlight there.
She had a main event sort of run when she was facing Carmella, but we shall not speak of those matches as they were not good, and we did not like the finishes. This was a sort of a return to form for Asuka. I love that code breaker that she did when Charlotte went for the spear. It was a great match. I like that there was no clear winner too, because that would have more easily signaled who was going to win this weekend. So the mystery remains. I like that. Let's just go into the triple threat SmackDown tag team title match between The Bar, New Day, and Usos, which I think will be really good, but also could be very short, just really fast-paced and kind of a blur. We'll see what happens. I will just go with The Bar because they're the heels, and you could give the titles to any of these three teams. They're all amazing. So
sorry. Finish your thought.
No, that was my thought, is that the only thing is you have two babyface teams who kind of cancel each other out. They're both super talented, and you could argue have been the best tag teams this division has had in the past 10 years. But what do you do? Choose one over the other? But then again, so what do you do here? It seems like this feels like if this feels like it could have been a WrestleMania match, because you could say these are the best three teams this WWE's had in the modern era, and bill it like that. But right now they're all on SmackDown, and they're just going to fight, and they're going to battle rap too, apparently. Yes, I think I just feel like it will not be the New Day. It just doesn't feel like the moment for them to reclaim the titles. Despite the fact that they have that pancake-powered year-end Super Spectacular.
I feel like that will be their consolation. That will make them happy, even though they lose this match.
Yeah, they like hosting things, so yeah.
Exactly. So, so I think it's going to be The Bar or the Usos. Probably The Bar in the the faces cancel each other out way. But there's a part of me that feels like it's the Usos. Only because they're mentioning a lot of the Usos' legacy and sort of how they've been around for a long time, and really have been sort of in some ways underappreciated maybe as far as how much they've accomplished. So maybe just to be contrary and have us go split way, if you're going with the Bar, I'll say Usos on this one.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'm still going Bar because Bar stood tall this week. They attacked them both, right? Okay, so I'm probably losing, but yeah, we should split something here. So I'll go Bar, you go Usos, and then oh man, there are so many matches. We don't have to talk about them all. Let's talk about what we're not going to talk about. R-Truth and Carmella versus Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox, which apparently they're just going to have the finals of Mixed Match Challenge. First of all, those two teams cannot be in the finals because they lose all the time. From what I saw of this season, which was back at the beginning, I don't know what this match is. I'm assuming it's kickoff. We're not going to talk about it.
I mean, it's only interesting in that
we're not going to talk about it.
I'm talking about it. You're not the boss of me. Only, as we've talked about, it's like they've added that thing that the winners this year of Mixed Match Challenge actually it does affect the Royal Rumble. They get to go in 30. It's going to be R-Truth and Carmella. I'm just going to say that just so we can have a prediction.
Yeah, okay, I'll say that too, just so we're on the. But they also are forced to fly somewhere. Like they're forced travel. Both of them win a trip.
That's right.
It's like you can go anywhere in the world, but what if they still have to like work a full match every night wherever they go?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Natalya versus Ruby Riott in a tables match. I have questions, but I'll choose Natalya because she cried, and it's about her father, and Ruby's the heel, and her father apparently. Ruby Riott, I don't know if you knew this, Eric, tried to destroy Jim the Anvil Neidhart's entire legacy when she broke those sunglasses.
Yes.
His entire legacy. Like, all of his matches will be erased from the network. People will like, Anvil, F that guy.
Right.
Like, the crowd will turn on his entire history.
It was a strange thing where, like, it was a sci-fi thing where they put everything into those sunglasses, like the entire
it was a
Matrix memories.
An Anvil Horcrux.
Yes. It's funny, by the way, the one thing, glancing at, again, the results and things that I missed, and again, because I wasn't paying 100% attention, but I'm pretty sure that the Hulu cut did not include Ruby with the table with Neidhart on it.
So your mind is basically a blur of whether or not you saw the table in pictures online or actually saw it.
I know I didn't physically see it on TV.
Oh, okay,
like,
okay.
I step away? But I don't think so. I think they just cut it from the Hulu cut.
First of all, that's an amazing gift. I would love a Jim the Anvil Neidhart table. And I think Natty should have been a little honored that somebody would have had her dad put, his image on a table. It's a tables match, so you win by putting your opponent through a table. Is the idea that Natty doesn't want that table to break? Like,
yes, I'm sure it will be.
Because obviously Ruby wants to put Natty through that table with the picture of her dad on it. But does Natty want to put Ruby through the table with her dad on it?
Or does Natty bring out a table with a beloved dead person from Ruby's life?
What if it's just Ruby's real-life dad? Like, he's not even famous. It's just her real father. He's like, oh, this is dark now.
Or like her grandmother.
He's not even in the business.
Whoever destroys a table bearing a dead loved one of the other person first wins. It's very specific.
I like when people have their own custom props for these matches. It reminds me of when like Undertaker made like the fat casket for Yokozuna for the.
Yeah. I don't think we even
missed
talked
the fat
about
casket. Yeah.
Well, I don't think we talked about at NXT Takeover War Games this year how the Undisputed Era pulled out chairs with the Undisputed Era logo on them. I was like, whoa, they had those made?
Like they were backstage,
again, like the characters of the Undisputed Era were like, went to a specialty store and were like, we need these chairs, but we need this logo on them.
Do the chairs like leave the imprint of their logo on their victims somehow?
Right.
So
questions here.
I'm assuming Natalya will put Ruby through the table with her dad on it, or she's about to put Ruby through the table. Oh, man. She's about to put Ruby through the table, but it has her dad on it. And she can't do it. So Ruby, like in that moment of hesitation, she takes over. Oh, Eric, I'm going with Ruby. All right.
Like she's looking down at Ruby, but she sees her dad's face behind Ruby.
I'm going with Ruby just because of that.
All right.
Okay, and so who do you pick, Eric?
I'll go with Natalia.
Okay, so another split. All right.
But your ending's better.
So many matches, Eric. Finn Balor versus Drew McIntyre. This is just a regular match.
Drew.
Yeah, I'll go Drew. We don't need to talk about it. We can talk about this match less than the R-Truth Carmella versus Jinder Mahal Alicia Fox match.
Just saying those 4 names makes it longer.
Just that. I'm already winded just saying that. For the finals of the Mixed Match Challenge Season 2.
Winner gets Royal Rumble and a forced trip together.
And a together?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, maybe. So is it just going to be them doing dance breaks in front of like the Leaning Tower of Pisa or something?
Yes. What are the 3 names from Running Man?
Whitman, Price, and Haddad.
Yes. It's just Whitman, Price, and Haddad. They're going on the full Whitman, Price, and Haddad trip.
Okay. Or they do like the Wayne's World, like we're in Delaware.
Yes.
Get ready to make your Randy Orton noise, Eric.
All right.
Rey Mysterio versus Randy Orton.
Yeah!
That's not your Randy Orton.
I forgot. I completely forgot.
It was more of like a sad exhale. That's it.
I'm not even anti-Orton. I'm just, Orton indifferent.
Yeah. Chairs match. They're going to hit each other with chairs. Who do you have?
Orton.
Okay. I'll go Rey. We'll just split this again.
Okay.
And then we've got Elias versus Bobby Lashley in the one ladder match of the evening. Like, the TLC has a ladder in it, obviously. It's also weird because, as many people pointed out on Monday, TLC matches don't really need a referee.
Yeah.
So having Heath Slater in there anyway was weird because, to this point, Seth Rollins won the match without a referee conscious. He won the match and all the timekeeper had to do was ring the bell when they saw him grab the title.
Yeah.
So, more proof in that. Bobby Lashley and Elias are in a ladder match, but it's like basically a guitar on a pole match, really. Because I don't know if they win when they grab the guitar that's dangling above the ladder. Like, they grab it, the bell rings, that person won, and they can use it on their opponent. Or if it just means now they have a weapon they can use, but they still got to pin the dude.
Yeah, that's weird to me, too.
Okay, so it's weird to both of us. This is just all weird. And it's really stuffed, this card. It's action-packed, Pee-wee.
If by the way, I actually think that it makes a difference to the ending. Because if it's just retrieving the guitar, then I say Elias. But if it's retrieving the guitar, it can be used as a weapon, but the match isn't over, then I actually lean towards Bobby because it means Elias can attack Bobby with the guitar, but still lose. We assume with Bobby Lashley, we assume with some Leo Rush. What do I say? Leo Rush. Interference.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, because he can still basically Elias can lose as long as he gets a guitar shot in on someone.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and also who cares? What if I just ended every single match discussion with that? Also, counterpoint, who gives a shit about any of this?
Well, not the people who don't enjoy wrestling.
Yeah. Let's see. So we ran through the whole card.
So, but are we both saying Bobby then for that caveat reason?
Are we both saying... I'll just go Elias. We should just split it.
I'll say Bobby. Okay.
So Bobby...
Even though I wish I understood the ending of this match better because it would help with my prediction.
Oh, definitely. It's same thing with the Natty Ruby thing. Like, as far as what Natty's intent is toward her daddy table. Like, I don't know what she wants. I don't know if she wants to put Ruby through it or she wants to preserve it. Either way, it was funny on Raw when she's obviously talking about her dad and she's crying. And it was funny when she was like, so finally, I'm going to say this right now. I am dedicating this match. What if she was like, what, obviously she was going to say her dad, but what if she was like, God bless Saddam Hussein, or something like, I'm dedicating this match to the Unabomber.
Well, that'd be a heel turn.